The other day, CD Projekt Red gave us the old double whammy treatment with info on their new Cyberpunk 2077 patch, Patch 1.6, which slowly and with purpose crawled its way into our gaming platforms of choice during the opening segments of the first stream. There were three important pieces on the team's agenda. One, talk up the Netflix anime series scheduled to release on the 13th of September, titled Cyberpunk 2077 Edgerunners, which is confirmed to be completely and totally canonical to the game and everything universe-related that goes along with it. Two, obviously, talking about the patch I just mentioned and flat out revealing some pretty goddamn unexpected future update plans while they were at it. Which I will get to, sweet baby, don't you worry. And three, showing off the 2023 bound expansion. And we actually got a trailer and the title at the same time in the same stream. That is quite simply magnificent, ma'am. There are a few extra things I haven't mentioned, but we'll go through everything I just glossed over in more detail right now. Starting with point 1 on Miles Toast's clipboard of coherency. The anime and how it ties into the second point, which is kind of the big deal here, i.e. the patch. You see, since the dawn of mankind, we've all just been trudging along sad sacks of depression and confusion about ourselves, our universe, why we are here, what's the point of it all, and why it all is the way it is. Thankfully, the shining beacon of hope and truth in the distance, that is the collective Cyberpunk 2077 and CDPR social media accounts, have been absolutely battering us over the head with marketing aimed at showcasing and reminding us wherever we may be and whatever we may be doing of the existence of a studio-triggered production set in the universe of Cyberpunk 2077 featuring Night City and apparently some cameos from what I can gather, in addition to new characters, of course. Cyberpunk 2077 Edgerunners is the name of this stunning piece of animation. I say confidently, knowing full well the series is not out yet, and its quality currently unverified. Although, it is Trigger. And if you want to know more about the anime, this is not the video for you. This video is focusing on the game. And this whole anime diatribe is only here to serve as a sort of foundation for me in explaining what actually appears within the latest patch, because a lot of the new content is straight out of the show. Like this jacket, for instance. Ooh. Such a stylistic statement V's making over here. This jacket belongs to none other than the protagonist of Edgerunners, David Martinez, and it's all yours for the gratuitous photo mode posing. Couple that with a grand total of 11 new weapons, that's 5 melee and 6 firearms to be specific, and you're ready to take on any or all of the 3 freshly added gigs that have secretly been sitting around unused in the game for like a year now. Maybe longer even. And the final significant piece of Edgerunner tie-in content is a quest that starts off with, I think, the first minute of the anime itself shown to you through the medium of brain dance. I have no idea where the quest goes from there, nor am I aware of its length. I'm sorry, I haven't played it yet. Alright, now let's move on to other important facets of 1.6 that aren't necessarily Edgerunners related, but are still either pretty good or fall into the category of, yeah, this was almost certainly supposed to be in the game from day one. And at the top of the list is Transmog, or as the patch notes like to put it, the wardrobe. Finally, yours and everybody else's Vs no longer have to suffer the fate of looking like some kind of glam rock crackhead hybrid because you need those hot stats on your bra or your jeans or whatever. Now you can wear whatever the hell you want to wear without having to worry about how much dressing even semi-normally can seriously screw over your stats. This function is only available from within your apartments, which I guess is CDPR's way of giving us another reason to actually make an effort to go there, aside from the previously added coffee drinking, sleeping, and incense lighting buffs. I like that. You can set up a maximum of 6 outfit presets using whatever you're carrying or have stored, and from there, you'll be able to switch between them at your leisure through the handy inventory screen. The rest of the newly added features are sadly not as game-changing as Transmog, but they're still pretty neat. The Roach Race arcade cabinets are now fully playable, complete with a nice fake in-game leaderboard that offers sumptuous rewards the higher up you climb. Nibbles is now usable and posable in photo mode. What a game changer, provided you already have him living in your apartment. There are a bunch of new stickers for photo mode as well, around a dozen or so new hairstyles for V. You're now able to modify or customize your body at Ripperdocs, Cross-platform progression is now alive and kicking. V will no longer be the world's itchiest human being on the character creation screen, and should stand goddamn still for the most part now. And for the sake of convenience, while shopping, there is now an outfit preview button. Thank God for that. I cannot believe it's taken this long to implement something like this. But still, I applaud. I applaud them. As is always the case with these Cyberpunk 2077 updates, the actual patch notes go into the real minutiae of changes. So if you want to see almost everything new, changed, or tweaked in 1.6, and I say almost everything because the team just love adding little secrets to the game that they never actually mention in the patch notes, because that would just ruin the magic and wonder of discovering these little details yourself, now wouldn't it? Check it out, it's linked in the description, it's super easy to find, it's like right below the video. Alright, we've reached the damp bottom of the toy box now. This is where all the pleasant surprises lie. And the first came in the form of the expansion announcement, titled Phantom Liberty. The teaser's pretty damn brief, but somehow still manages to impress, at least it impressed me. It is now all but confirmed that this is the only expansion Cyberpunk 2077 will receive. That's not to say they won't be adding anything new in patches anymore, unless you're on Last Gen. Because another juicy detail that myself, and I'm sure a hell of a lot of people saw sprinting towards us in the distance, was revealed during the stream, and that detail is... this is the last major patch for all Last Gen console owners. What this also means is no expansion for Last Gen owners either, which is absolutely terrible, but completely understandable. Patches will still arrive for Last Gen, but they won't necessarily have any new content, and instead will focus more on stability and performance. Two words one would not expect to find anywhere near descriptions of Last Gen gameplay. Okay, maybe stability can stay, but performance? Yeesh! And this decision by CDPR makes even more sense when you hear what I'm about to say right now. During an interview segment, it was confirmed that some of the upcoming additions being worked on include overhauling the in-game police systems, surprise, surprise, and unbelievably, I had to do a double take for this, vehicle-to-vehicle combat. How are they gonna pull this off? I have no idea, but I'm very excited to see it either be a massive hit new feature or a hellish train wreck where every toddler on board died a crispy death. That's pretty much the highlights of what went down on the 1.6 patch / Edgerunners tie-in stream. Some crazy revelations, some massive letdowns, some confusion, Miles Toast's cat. It was a real roller coaster ride, I tell you. I'll leave the links to everything I talked about here in the description box for your convenience, because Googling things is a very stressful ordeal. And until next time, I've got Halloween shopping to do.